Hey guys, today is Friday the 13th, 2014, and that means today is 4 days pre-op from my gastric bypass surgery in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on how things are going. I look exhausted, and I am. Honestly, the surgery went well. I didn't have surgery until Tuesday at around 4:30. They took me down to the operating room, and it went well. They weren't able to get the IV in me. They tried 3 times, and that was really painful. And so basically they said, you know, what we'll do is we'll put you to sleep with some gas, and then we'll put the IV in the operating room before the surgery. So that day was really hard because we got to the hospital at 9. We did blood work, which that was another 2 sticks with the needles. And they were very good. I mean, it wasn't bad. They couldn't ever get a vein, so they kind of had to dig around, and that made me nauseous and queasy. And so anyways, let's see what else. So that day, which was Tuesday, I didn't have any, you can't drink or eat anything from the night before at 9 o'clock at night. So at that point, excuse me, oh, you can see my bruise from my IVs. I've got 3 sticks on this hand. This is the one that they finally got it in. Anyways, so it was rough because I was having a headache. I was dehydrated. But they took me down to the operating room. They put me to sleep, and I woke up. And interesting thing here, they actually keep you in recovery like 4 to 5 hours, whereas in the United States, they try to get you in and out as quick as possible. And my mom asked why, and they said, you know, we have the time, and we want to make sure that you're fully awake. So the minute I woke up, I was instantly nauseous. I remember telling them I'm nauseous, and they brought me stuff to spit up, and thankfully I didn't throw up, which that was something that I was really praying that I wouldn't do, because with them rearranging your stomach, can you imagine throwing up on new incisions and, you know, just the heaving? So anyways, thankfully every time I said I was nauseous, they instantly gave me medication, and so I was okay. So I got back to the hospital room, which I had a private room, and honestly it was like a hotel. Like, they didn't have those chintzy sheets, like they had real sheets. They had a comforter, like a down comforter on the bed, and you know, big couch that my mom could sleep on. So it was really nice. So they brought me back in there around 9, and I remember being pretty nauseous, you know, on and off, and they would instantly give me medication. I don't really remember any of the first day, or that first night. My mom said I slept most of the night. She said I actually slept very peacefully, which obviously was drug-induced sleep, but it was really nice. So that was Tuesday night. Wednesday morning when I finally woke up, I'm trying to remember. I didn't have a lot of pain, more just horrible discomfort. My back actually has hurt more than the incisions, which is weird. I'm not a back sleeper, so I've had to be on my back for the past 4 or 5 days, and just last night I was able to roll over on both of my sides and get a little bit of sleep. It's still a little sensitive. I don't know if you can hear that. They're having like the World Cup football, or, well, it's called football, but soccer with Colombia and somebody else. So there's a lot of like partying and stuff going on, so you might hear some of that. Okay, so Wednesday I woke up. My mouth had like the worst, cakiest, nastiness stuff going on. So you're not allowed to drink anything for that, you know, right when you get up. So they gave me this cold bottle of water to like swish in my mouth, like the water, and spit it out. That was the hardest thing ever because you want to drink it because you're so thirsty. But you don't want to do any damage to your new stomach either. So I told him I didn't want the water anymore. I would use my mouthwash, which was a lifesaver. So later in the day, like around 10 or 11, they took me down for my dye test, where you drink this little bit of, I guess, dye. And then they take an x-ray to make sure that you're not having any leaks. And I didn't have any leaks. And so they said I could start having ice and diluted juice and water, which was, I have never liked water in my life, but since this operation, I am so grateful for water. So after that, I'm trying to see how much time I have on here. This might need to be a 2-part video. I'm not sure. But anyways, so that was Wednesday. I started getting up and walking kind of towards the middle of the day. The beginning part, I was really just dizzy when I would sit up on the edge of the bed, and I needed help to sit up on the edge of the bed. I couldn't do it on my own. So I'd go walking and went down the hall a little bit and came back, and I get so tired of lying down that I'd get antsy, and so I'd be up and down, up and down, up and down. And okay, so be aware when you come here, the hospital bathroom is like a hotel. It's very nice. However, the toilet seat is so low. And I'm 5'8", so that's a long way down there. So that was kind of rough trying to sit down on the toilet when your stomach is really rough. So you kind of sit down like a pregnant lady, where you're going to reach back and ease yourself down. So Wednesday, just up and down, drinking a little bit of water, going to the bathroom, walking. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, I got discharged from the hospital. I met with Natalie, who is the nutritionalist, and so she gave me kind of my pre-op diet or post-op diet, and just information. She gave me this little card that says I've had gastric bypass, so that I can take it back to the United States, and they don't technically have to honor it, but she said, some people do, because the portions you can eat now are so small that you can, most of the time they won't sell you children's meals, but with the card, sometimes they'll sell you a child's meal because you can't eat that much. And then they came in, they brought I asked for my medical records of like the actual procedure so that I can take it back to home, and if there was ever a question or something, I have that there. Okay, so that was Thursday. Thursday we were discharged to the hotel, and so we took a taxi, and the taxi didn't have air conditioning, and so my face was really, really flush and red. So we came to the hotel, and our room wasn't ready yet, which really was a bummer because I was ready to nap and go to sleep. And so we asked if I could have some chicken broth, because the hotel here works with a lot of Dr. Hoya's patients, so they kind of have like a little menu that you can have. So I had chicken broth, and it was so good after you've eaten nothing. It was wonderful. So we came out to the room. You have a beautiful balcony, private balcony that overlooks the ocean, and so kind of just spent the day up and down walking in the hotel room and laying down. So that would be Thursday, and today's Friday, and I actually feel good. I'm a little exhausted. Like I said, we went down to the beach and sat down there and walked on the beach for a while, and it was nice. I kind of felt good. Today, my problem is I have been in the bathroom having bowel movements all the time, which I know is good to get all of, the medications and stuff out of your system, and it's so exhausting. So anyways, that's kind of how I'm doing my incisions. I ended up having 6 incisions. They're very small. The biggest one is maybe 1 inch. I took some pictures of them. I might put them up here on a part 2 just to kind of show you guys where I've been and what's been going on. But anyways, I'm doing good. I fly home tomorrow morning, so that's something I'm not looking forward to, and hopefully the plane trip will be fast and not too bumpy. And one nice thing is that Gerald had told me when I bought the tickets that on the way home, ask for a wheelchair, because I can walk a pretty good distance, but I get tired really easily. So that is something to remember, that you may want to do that, because I think it's going to be really, really nice. Yeah, so I think that's all I have to say. I'm sorry I don't look very great. I don't have any makeup on. I'm tired, worn out. But anyways, I'm going to get off of here, and I will do another video when I get home and kind of let you guys know some of the things that I'm glad I brought along for the surgery, some of the things that I brought but didn't use, some of the things I wish I would have had. Yeah, so anyways, I'll talk with you guys back when I get to Florida. Bye.